Oftentimes in a fighter's career, they can find themselves looking up at what their expectations and aspirations happen to be. And if they are not watchful, they could be looking up as to where their career may be headed after disappointment. Such is the case for light heavyweight Khalil Cole, as he is preparing for a rematch against Manuel Gallegos, a man whom he thought, entering a bout with back in November, that he would have an opportunity to advance. But Gallegos provided a test for Cole that he didn't pass. So he's getting a makeup exam when they face one another this coming Friday, May 30th. Let's talk about this upcoming match between these light heavyweights. When they faced one another the first go around in November of 2024, Khalil Cole and Manuel Gallegos were headliners for their first go around. And this time, as a rematch, Gallegos is headlining with Cole being the flip side. How did we get here? We got here through a fight that turned out to be most entertaining that first go round. And when we talk about it, it was a fight that saw both men entering with the type of records that would give either man the opportunity to advance and show the light heavyweight division just exactly what they had to offer. Now that was the card where Jaron Ennis and Karen Chakuzazan were fighting their rematch. It took place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Wells Fargo Center. But that fight on the undercard between Cole and Gallegos proved to be one of those matchups that separates the talent and the boxing abilities of both men involved. You see, Gallegos entered that bout with 2 losses on his record. Cole was in there undefeated. Cole is 28 years of age, 5'10". Gallegos, out of Mexico, is 6'3", an orthodox fighter, 27 years of age. Now, it turned out that both men had something to prove, but in different ways. And though Cole started out very strong, it didn't take Gallegos very long to really realize what he had in front of him. And what, may you ask, was that he had in front of him? He had a fighter in front of him that did not handle distance well, nor was disciplined enough to ward off the offensive attack of Gallegos. I watched this fight wondering if Cole was going to pick his hands up and defend himself. And in the early rounds, he showed some strength. He was punching with power. So his record, which was at the time he went into that fight, he was 9-0 with 1 draw, 7 KOs. And Gallegos came in there to show him up. Gallegos entered that fight with his record of 20-2 and 1 draw. And see, that's where the comparisons kind of stood apart, because though he had twice as many fights as Cole, confidence became the rule of thumb in this fight. Gallegos recognized that Cole was a little bit intimidated about his height and didn't have the answers of how to negotiate the range. And even when he would pursue Gallegos, he wasn't throwing the proper shots to be effective, but his punching power was effective. All of this was a much ado about nothing, because just like in any sport or any other aspect of professional sports, if you give the opponent confidence, they begin to feel that they belong, and then it becomes a tough out going forward. And that's exactly what happened in this fight. He put Cole down on the canvas, and as Cole got up, you could see slowly inside the count, he was contemplating how he was going to handle the rest of this fight. And the referee overseeing the fight, Eric Daly, was giving him opportunity. But then Cole went to the canvas again. And again, the referee was giving him the benefit of the doubt. And finally, it looked like Cole was just going to totally submit and give in. I was expecting him to go for it and try to, but Gallegos' confidence had grown so much to the degree that he began to swarm Cole. Cole moved away with his hands down. It was like he was having a mental breakdown in the fight, which calls to question what's expected in the rematch. Will he be able to compete in the rematch? I'm not so certain, because what I saw of him, he wasn't able to make the adjustments during this fight. And as the confidence in Manuel grew, you could just totally see he was ready to now smash Cole out like a cigarette in the concrete. That's a hard defeat to come back from, because maybe he undertrained, maybe he didn't prepare properly. But the one thing you can absolutely say is that Manuel Gallegos realized that he belonged. And in this rematch coming this Friday, he's going to have an opportunity for that the WBC USA light heavyweight title to place him in position for contention for the WBC world title. All he has to do is win again. And what will Cole's action be to become the winner this time, to reverse what happened after the first fight? Will he be able to apply the pressure, get combinations off, disrupt the long, lanky, lineal fighter in Gallegos, or is he going to run into similar issues? I believe, because of the way Gallegos won this first fight, it's quite possible he can repeat. Cole is going to have to bring something totally different to win this fight. I pull for him because I like to see guys with a story like his to come in there and have success. But you have to go to work when you do that, man. You can't just expect the victory to be handed to you. I see Gallegos winning again. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about these fighters and their rematch coming up. And who do you have winning? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.